Hello, everyone. Welcome to our best of five split. We have my name is Charlie Yi, and my partner over here is
I'm Bob Joe Rock.
and we will be commentating, and I will be observing also for the split games for these next 3 to 5 games. It's quite exciting. So the first team we have coming up will be Team Three. They will be called Team Underscore. We got 5 players. Ray from JP, who has a huge focus on. Sorry. We got a huge focus on Kisante, and then Artom, Bloodbanker, and Handsome Daddy. They will be playing whatever champions the team captain will decide. And we also have Tuition Fee, who we, as the captain, will be deciding the draft for the team.
All
We
right.
also have Team Movie.
We have facing Team 3 / underscore. We have Team 6, i.e., heavy, sweaty men. In the top lane, we have Iradugi, Powwow, Karex, Madcuz Key, and Space ETC. Let's see what they are gonna cook us up for draft. Yep.
Yep. Okay, and then we've already started on this draft, which is fine. It's just our preliminary 3 bands. On the left side, Team Six, a heavy sweaty man. They decided on the first one being Zed, and the uh, and going back and forth, it goes Echo, Vladimir, Yone. It seems like they're just banning out all the mid laners.
Ooh, Garner Van being hovered. Not
Yes, Garnet.
respecting the Cassante, I seem, letting Ray have her signature champion,
Of the split.
perhaps.
Recently learned and recently ready for this split. All these solo queue games are finally coming in, and it looks like a Cassante hover, but I don't know. Is it for a ban? Okay, it is for a ban. The Cassante ban against Team Six, which does not seem correct. There might be a communication and stuff like that, but otherwise we're going into the pick order. Team Six having the first chance of their first pick, and the blind pick
Well,
Gwen to start things off.
all
Very
right.
competent champion, gives us AP and everything else we might need. Let's just see how Team Three responds. We got a Zac cover. All things considered, 2 tanky champions. I don't know if that's okay into Gwen. Okay, and we got the Zac lock in for Team Three.
Yeah.
Gotta wait on the next few picks to discuss a little bit more. But it seems like the draft is being decided between captains. I can't really tell if there's a huge
Zach's Jinx.
Zac
So
Jinx.
underscore looking more for a team fight orientated pick so far. Zach with great engage and somewhat disengage, and Jinx being one of the premier team fighting 80 carries of this patch.
Correct. Jinx is quite strong after these buffs. I think she has been hotfixed tuned down last patch, but otherwise she still remains very strong. Once you can scale her up to with safety. And
Nice.
against the Zac, we are looking at Emilio Hover, a very strong enchanter who also has the benefit of his ball and his ultimate being able to just get rid of those champions off of him.
Milo Ash. Okay. I expect to see underscore pick a most likely a enchanter for their support, who is probably to support the Jinx, leaning towards so that team fight identity.
Right?
Definitely blue side looking for the side lane / pick potential of the Ash and Gwen, while red side looking to be commit to firm up their team fighting and disengage as well with the
Janna
Janna
Hover?
now.
I expected a Lulu or Yumi in this case, but the Janna maybe taking into account that they might pick Engage down the line, so it's a
Yep.
good band. It's a good pick for sure. Good blind pick, all things considered, for the rest of the team at least.
All right.
And we're going into the ban phase 2. We got Gnosis on first
Well,
ban.
that's interesting given the fact that blue
Top lane
side,
seems to be picked already.
yeah, they already picked the Gwen. Is this some Gwen mid or jungle they're thinking of?
Maybe the spice was the Gnosis jungle. We don't really expect these things, but
Come on, the Wither, Gnosis jungle, Wither
yo,
Jinx, come on, it wins. Talon
oh
being
man.
banned, banning out some of the more mid lane pools being pitched quite heavily with 2 assassins and Yone down.
both sides in total already banning what is it, 5 mid lane champions. So yeah, the mid lane pool is being quite contrived on both sides. So we're just gonna have to see what the mid laners pick afterwards, all things considered.
Cassiopeia,
Cassiopeia.
another mid lane pick. Yeah, so it's gonna be
I
quite
think it's kind of
interesting.
weird though because it seems like they're playing like a front to back style with Melio Ash, like trying to get the disengage. But I think Cassiopeia is only really good on the disengage also. Maybe it's
Yeah.
so
Stylus
not 100%
banned as
sure.
well. Looks like what are the mid laners gonna pick?
Perhaps there might be a Malphite. Every time I see a Silas fan, I always think, yo, what if there was a Malphite in this game now? But no, we got the Kiana locked in. We got this melee pick. A melee pick is supplemented with an AP, although tank jungler. So all things considered, should be okay as far as damage output.
Yeah, it could be interesting. Now the question for blue side. They have AP top. They still need to pick their jungler as well. So it's gonna be interesting what they have for us. Are they gonna choose pure engage or move towards more of a 1-3-1 call?
With a few seconds
Orn.
left on the clock. Okay, the
So looks
trusty
like
Orn.
the Orn can fit in both for mid and top.
Okay,
Orn
I
doing
think
decently into Kiana. Let's be realistic.
honestly, I think this might look like a Gwen jungle type pick. I'm not 100% sure as we don't have the draft fully locked in, but that's what it's looking like at the moment.
Let's take a look at. Oh, let's see their last pick.
Okay. There's a few seconds left on the clock. Seems to be a rush. Jax. Jax or Gwen. What a weird lineup. Those all look like top laners, so expect some flex. But
Yeah, Jax can also jungle. This does raise the interesting question.
yeah. But now the last thing we have to do is consider the top lane pick.
I think
Mordekaiser being
this
covered.
Orn is a response to Kiana because Orn actually does pretty well into Kiana.
Right. Tanks
Can
versus
bully her,
assassins. Right.
out sustains her, out damages her, and provides as much utilities in the mid lane. So I'm not too. This is quite interesting with the last couple picks because originally we had this pick slash split push identity, but the Kiana, Mordekaiser, and Orn picks did kind of shape this up quite interesting.
Right. So we do have this draft finished, but we do have some before we go into lobby, we do have a small washroom break and potentially a player finally joining into the lobby after being in their own solo queue game previously. Some
So I'm
last minute
intrigued
changes.
because was it team 3 or team 6 that had their player missing? Let's go
I
quick.
think it was a team 3 actually. I can't even tell who it was. I think it was Air Doggo. I think this would be the jungler on their team.
Oh, so
That was
interesting. Grabbing the Zac early. Okay. So it's Gwen jungle, Orn top, Jax mid? Or is that what they're saying, chat?
Not 100% sure. We have the insider knowledge. Can we Swift and free Gwen
I
top?
I I,
Jax
I
mid?
think it should be Gwen top or mid, Jax jungle, personally.
Okay, wait. So no, is it so? Space etc. says, which I think is their team leader.
Yeah.
Or no, it's not their team leader. I think they're just in call. It's Gwen jungle, Orn top, and Jax mid.
Yeah. Quite interesting. Because that's not what I would expect.
Okay, they're just getting the esports order before we get the draft lane in their game started, and then
Gwen
after that we have to deal with the
jungle.
3 minute delay.
Yeah. So let's talk about the supposed matchup of uh, Gwen jungle versus Zac. That's a
Gwen jungle
very
versus that. I don't
that's
know. I think these both are farming junglers in the early game. Zac honestly has a very easy time. I do not expect Gwen to really be invading. I don't think, from what I can tell, Gwen's early clear is not very healthy, as is Zac's. You might see some risky plays, but I seriously doubt it. As far as the jungle matchup is concerned.
Mord Orn, slight edge in the 1v1 to Mord, Orn being the better team fighter. So I think that's mostly
Yeah,
I would
it's a
say
completely fair trade-off. It seems
a
like both teams are
50-50
playing.
acceptable trade-off. Jax versus Kiana. I think this is pretty depends on how Kiana plays it. I think it's slightly
Yes,
bad shape.
it's definitely a skill-based matchup. I think Jax always has the power to initiate here. Jax with his Q, with his leap strike, being very strong, forcing Kiana to go into the brush, into her brush ability. make sure that Jax cannot auto her when she is perhaps stunned, or just to get out of harm's way. But there's definitely a lot of outplay potential for Kiana. But as far as I'm concerned, I think Jax does have the power to initiate most of the engages here.
All
And
right. We're still waiting for the start. But who do you think, given the players and the champions, who would you give the edge to?
honestly, I think my bet. Okay, based on the players, my bet would probably go to T3, Team 3, Team Underscore. Just the rank differential is a little bit too high, but there are some like one tricks, and there was a lot of pinching going around mid. I think both teams recognize that I think the mid laners do not have a very wide champ pool, so they were just banning it out for the most part. But Team 6, their team comp is honestly, it's like pretty cohesive, all things considered. I don't know how they'll deal with the Jinx or Zac.
Yeah, quite interesting. I would actually have to give it to Team 6. I'm gonna take the maybe slightly controversial opinion. I think that between Ash, Ornn, Jax, and Milo, they actually probably have a slightly better team fight potential, believe it or not, I think. Gwen is also quite strong in the side lanes, and late game is gonna both Kiana and Ward is gonna struggle to match her in the side lane. So I'm gonna have to give the edge to Team 6. But at the end, let's see how it plays out. And we are currently in champ select on the game. Yeah, let's go on break. Well,
Right.
yeah, let's introduce break.
right, and we are back from our break. We're just getting ready to finally get started on the game now that the stream delay has finally, now that the spectate delay has finally caught up. And once we get into this, we will be ready to show you guys the action that is coming.
All right, interesting summoner choices. Blue side opting for a double TP, while Kiana opting for Ignite, looking for some early pressure, as well as Janna, surprisingly. Maybe think they can take away a couple early kills, pressured the Ashe Milo early on. No heal for
Right.
bot lane, goes for both sides. Pretty standard nowadays.
It looks like we have some stacking going on, but for the most part, it seems to be a 5-point setup with Ashe staying very deep inside of her own base, not very confident in dealing with the Janna perhaps, and any poke that may come from Jinx instead. But we just have a very casual setup. No team wanting to take too many risks in the early game, despite it being quote-unquote more fun to deal with such risks. See if there's any wards being placed down. Oh, shoot. Nothing right now.
Minions have spawned.
That's
Right.
okay.
Red side opting to ward both Tri-Brush and Bottom River Brush.
Yeah, perhaps there's some cheese looking to get in with these two bottom laners. Tuition fee posturing very aggressively to deal with them already, and Ashe being quite scared when they have no vision. It's quite scary with
looking
having
in.
nothing. Yeah, so
Warding
we have a
Raptors.
ward over here. Starting on the red side. Both teams starting on the red side respectively.
Yeah, you can see that blue side invested quite heavily in the opposite. Both
Yeah,
jungle scouted out pretty early.
Both teams did leash, so both teams have knowledge of exactly where the jungle will be for the next few minutes as they look to check out some of the other lanes, see if anything interesting is going on.
No.
Some trades going in the favor of Ray from JP, expected of the early game matchup. And as we all know, Jax having the power to engage against the assassin, all the power goes to him in the early game too.
Zac spotted on the Raptors, placed by the early invade, and let's see if blue side's going to do anything about that. Kiana being shoved in. Gwen also being spotted, both junglers being mirror swapping sides now.
We have not too much going on, all things considered. There's not too much action. I think all junglers are clearing. All junglers are just getting as much CS as they can. But otherwise, not too much is going on at the moment.
So casual farming. No, both sides not willing to take the biggest risks right now in the game one. Interestingly, both top laners have opted traded quite heavily.
Yeah,
And
so I think
now,
the one thing we should be scared of, it's actually the mid lane. I was going to say something about the top, but there are some trades going on in the mid lane. We were talking about the Brush Kiana Q, how she actually has the power to outplay Jax, as we see how Jax managed to get the wave shoved against him. And I was going to say, the top lane was looking quite scary with so much heavy trading. The Gwen had a potential to gank top, but Ray from JP opting to reset and pick up some items instead.
No.
Same with the Kiana also. Now, I do want to pay attention to bot a little bit.
yeah, Gwen just, I think, clears just too slowly to get that gank timing off. Mordekaiser to get
Now
a
we have
nice
level
cheater
4 gank
recall.
coming in. And yeah, a lot of action. Emilio got hit.
Flash for flash, and Jinx gets the auto, looking for one more.
One more.
Could not
There's
get
not
it.
enough. It's not enough. It can
Ashe
get
low,
one. That
but
was
such a
huge.
trade.
Oh
Oh!
my goodness, the rocket! The rocket just not killing Emilio. It's not enough.
Ashe
The early game
almost
damage.
griefing it, but the slowdown makes it so hard, even with Ghost, to chase it.
Yeah,
Sums
and
burnt though.
the
Just
subs are burnt on the Jinx though.
Both
Jinx
subs
having
on
no more
Jinx.
songs.
Ignite on
This is fun,
Janna,
dude.
as well as flash for Zac. So much invested, looking for that early snowball off their hyper carry, but getting nothing in return other than Emilio flash. Not what they were looking for. Ooh,
But now we
Zac
have to be
jumps
scared
in,
of this.
gets the
Gank.
counter strikes off, strikes
Okay.
both.
We might have a
looking
chance
to
to kill
turn.
Kiana here, but no, there
Level
has to be a
5.
turn on the Zac.
And it looks like both sides are going to walk away, unless Oh, this
Crynex
not enough
is playing
damage.
very ballsy right now, and we have Gwen postured on the other side. Oh, and we actually have the Zac potentially re-engaging again,
Flash
and getting
Q
first
W.
blood.
Gwen there to hover to deny the counter kill, and Zac is running for his life.
Right.
What a ballsy move, playing on the edge, but works out in
comeback.
the end.
Yeah, now Crynex is getting the wave shoved in very happily after resetting with his Sheen and getting all that damage coming off.
Janna there looking to hold the wave for her mid laner.
And the wave
Milo
is
doing
being
the
held.
same as well. Both supports in mid now, having a little bit of fun time. Although
There's
Melo does have to be
kill coming on
careful.
stage.
Stun ignited, ticking. Can
Will
Kiana
there
get
be
the
one more
last
dash?
move?
And there's a kill
that's
gone
it.
to Kiana. Very happy with that. On top of the treasure hunter too, picking up an extra 50 gold plus the 300 kill gold
Yeah.
on top.
Milo
Right,
just
Emma-
stepped up a bit too much, trying to push that wave in. Has to respect the Kiana damage now that she has her Dirk. Gold
Yeah,
is
it's
dead
true.
even.
Yeah, not too much is going top. I do want to point out that Ornn already has the Bomby Cinder, and we're going to take a look back at mid. Look at the posturing again.
Look at the volatile.
The run back
Zac
for
goes
the
in for a
gank
second
once
time.
more.
Zac has no flash. Does have 6. He
Does
does
have
6.
6, but it's 1 versus 3. I don't know if this is really possible.
Nice stun, but again, he's
Nice
looking for his
stun.
life. He leap strikes. Oh, let's see.
Is there anyone coming back up? We do have an Ashe, and
Oh,
that
this-
goes to Unseen VM, finally securing the kill.
Zac with his stretchy arms looking for the last bit, and they're looking for bottling as well.
Emilio
Ash
being caught out
forced
again
word.
against the Kiana. It's just so unfortunate. As another kill goes on to Unseen VM playing Kiana.
Yep. This matchup is so volatile in the mid lane. Red side acknowledging that they do need to get their mid laner slightly ahead and has invested quite a bit of resources into it. 2 ganks from the Zac as well as 2 roams from Janna to hold the wave and get a kill. Gwen unfortunately just slow to respond on the ganks. Looking for a steal potentially. Oh, denied by
by
the
the
Janna
Jannas.
NATO.
You know, actually crazy.
Well
so nice.
played.
This
Especially
this early game is going very heavily in the favor of Team Underscore over here, as they
Yeah.
take first dragon, 3 kills on Kiana already, and many of these assists going to everyone else, including the Janna and the Zac.
Jax does have a pretty sizable CS lead though. Although that could be evened out with this wave slowly being pushed in.
Yeah, I
Milo
still do
looking-
think Jax has the 1v1 advantage, but you know what they say about League of Legends, it's not the 1v1 that matters, it's all about how the team plays. And I want to
Janna looking for another gank. This Jax cannot play the game. But Milo is
Yeah,
there
the
for
2v2.
return, and maybe it's Janna
The
who stepped too
flash.
far. Forced to flash, exhaust onto Kiana. And it looks like both sides are disengaging for now. But look at the Mordekaiser looking to
Ready
join the
come in
fun.
against
It's a full party. Jax cannot. He's invited by everyone, but the Ash Arrow
Ash
from
Arrow against
downtown
What a
gets a
huge
Kiana,
stun.
but Mordekaiser with the ulti saves it.
Okay, and Crynex not being able to get anything on top of that, but still very happy with that trade.
Oh, the Jinx rocket!
Did not even
Everyone
see
is
it a
joining.
mile away. Okay, and there's still a fight going on mid as Zac
What?
gets in and kills everyone also.
What a fight! Everyone converging in the mid lane. Both ADCs using their globals. And Ornn is here to join. He doesn't want to be left out.
Yeah.
All
But-
9, now 10, has joined the party.
But it doesn't really matter now. Right now, Artom over here is more focused on getting objectives. We have Artom on the Herald right now. Gwen is still trailing very far behind. At least she is up in CS, but with Tuition T backing the Zac up, it's gonna be very difficult for the Zac and the rest of the team to deal with.
Extremely good roams by the Janna, snowballing and enable Zac's gank even more, preventing multiple counter ganks as well. Especially noting Janna bought Swifties as her first item, allowing her to roam even faster.
Right. Now, just looking at the items right now, I just want to point out Kiana already has having 4 kills. Already has her first item Duskblade compared to everyone else, especially the Jax. This might be a sizable advantage, and let her finally take over the 1v1 as her bot laner is getting pushed in, and our top laner, and sorry, the Team 6 top laner also being frozen against with the Janna and Zac Lumina at the top lane. Making it quite difficult for this Ornn to do anything really.
Ray holding a freeze, trying to deny as much as she can against the Ornn.
Yeah. Okay, this is quite unfortunate, but hopefully the junglers can help out when need be. Take a look as we have another engage coming from Crynex against the Qiyana Unseen DM. A decent trade. We're really seeing that item differential come into play as Jax ends up losing the trade over there on top of Qiyana having 2 pots. Now we're gonna take a look at bot one more time as everyone is having quite a ballsy time with this lane at the moment.
Red side in the lead right now, looking to be slightly proactive. Looking for
Hey,
Janna, Ashe around, but Zac is for the counter. It is a 2v3 here, as Jinx is unable to join the fight now, but Zac is disengaging. Lands, but Qiyana is just running everyone down. Oh, but the Jinx trap stops it.
One more?
The force to
Even with Gwen tanking one of the traps, just was not enough to let Gwen push through and kill the Jinx. But that's perfectly fine. Team 6 is very happy with any amount of kills they can get right now. They shoved the wave in uncontested.
Both sums burnt on both ADCs. You've seen the value of Ghost and Flash. If your ADC is forced, if the enemy ADC takes Ghost, you have to take Ghost to try to match that mobility somehow, especially against an Ashe. Jax TPing.
Jax TP, we have.
And then Janna is coming in again.
And the Mordekaiser after she takes Scuttle too. Oh my goodness, Crynex
is such a
seemingly
brutal
TPing just to lose like 20% of their HP. And even without the item too, it is what it is, as they say out here. Focusing more on the armor just in case. And I'm missing the action. Apologies, but we do have Crynex there one more time to Unseen VM and Artom. The tuition fee ready to back them up once again in case anything goes awry.
Herald drop, knowing that Jax just burnt TP to try to get some CS.
Yeah, and Space Etc. is not really able to do anything against this Qiyana for fear of his own life. The little child cannot do much against the fearsome assassin except
Gets
the Herald.
XP. And we see a return to Dragon from red side. Underscore looking to secure the Mountain Drake. Spotted out by the Hawk shot from Ashe. And then the Jinx traps to deny the steal potential.
Little did they know, Gwen is top lane. And Artom is ready to once again kill the Ashe. Which is very weird. I feel like mad because he's
Ashe hit and dead.
And with Jinx picking up the kill, I find it quite interesting. I feel like it's expected that that the bot gank was coming if she was that far pushed up. But it's perfectly fine. Maybe the CS was more important. Unfortunately, we see no items picked up from the side of Matt.
First mythics and items coming in for Underscore. Riftmaker in top as well as Sunfire. Oh, what is going on here? A little 1v1. Doesn't look too fair. As Mordekaiser up 2 levels and an item. Gwen caught with her hand in the cookie jar, trying to steal Krugs. Trying to look for a counterplay on the other side of the map, but gets sniffed out by Ray.
Okay, and we have tuition fee.
I wonder is another engage by Zac, looking for revenge against the Janna, but is still stuck in a 2v1. Ulted out, and Qiyana secures the kill.
That damage is quite insane with the stun coming out of the ice field too from the wall. Jax not really having a chance to do anything this lane, it seems. After being brutally ganked 4 times and counting with successful kills. And even more without the ganks too. And even more like less successful.
Ornn is actually has opted into a call star at some point with 49 stacks. It's going to be quite a while for those to be finished, especially with what appears to be Negatron Cloak and Bammies. This first mythic might take a while.
Yeah, but now the map is finally calming down after all the constant ganks mid.
Jax finally with his first mythic. Divine Thunder. Let's see if he can turn it around.
From here on out. But looking at the ganks and how they've been going so far, I think even with the item, it's quite difficult for Jax to win the 1v2. But perhaps the 1v1s are okay, as you see Krynex potentially going for tuition fee over here. With little to no avail, John is simply too fast to deal with the Swifties purchase. Okay, and we have the lane back in disfavor of Ray from JP, as Aerodog was just forced to E out to get out of harm's way. Really not too much going on. There's just a lot of hovering from John, a lot of ganking from Zach. I do want to pay special attention now to the bot lane, who have just been constantly shoving the wave in against Jinx, hoping that Jinx would lose CS during the time.
A TP in from Mordekaiser. They're looking to secure second Herald. Looks like blue side opting to just recall and give it away. Can't really contest.
Doesn't really feel like blue side is able to do much over here, with Gwen being on the bottom side of the jungle, or walking towards the bottom side of the jungle. So tuition fee and Archon will just be able to take this arrow for fun. And seemingly
Jax falls in. Jax getting knocked up. Oh, and another solo kill. Or maybe not solo kill.
It might as well have been a solo kill, all things considered. And unfortunately, apologies, managed to miss one of the kills in the top lane. As Ray from JP takes a solo kill and is going to take a turret against Aerodoggo over here. With 312 score lead, I think this game is quite in the favor of Team Underscore. But they did secure a kill bot against the Jinx.
Especially with a shutdown. Their only hope is on Ashe right now to be able to come back. The only lane, bot lane, still the only lane that looks relatively even. Both mid and top are quite behind. Tier 2 secured by Ray, building up a massive CS lead as well as a gold lead.
Yeah, the leads are quite strong, especially for the assassin. I think even with Ashe being so strong, I find it quite difficult for Ashe to be able to do anything without just straight up falling to the Qiyana or to the Zac. At least with maybe with Melee on his side, it's a little bit different, but still difficult no matter what situation you're in. Okay, I just want to say that Drake is coming up in the next 22 seconds. Jax looks like he's posturing for it, but again, the harassment is just a little bit too much from the other sides right now. The team's recalling, seemingly giving up the third Drake, the soul point, or right before soul point, should I say.
This is going to be a rather early soul, as long as no steals happen.
Right, I don't think any steals will be happening. Even Krynex has been playing ballsy all game. Oh, and there is a disconnect. So hopefully we can deal with this quite soon.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this will also give me the time to fix some settings I personally have not. Never mind. Okay, we will fall back to Krynex, or actually to the dragon, as they just taking it. Their dragon right before soul. Very happy with their lead so far.
Gwen staying at base for some reason. Looks like she's not moving. Oh.
And there seems to be a error on my side. I think. Oh. Apologies. Huh. I have no clue what's going on.
Oh,
there you go.
We are back in it. Small indie game company as usual. Gwen now moving, unfrozen from a mysterious stun. As long as they're able to get a pick on Qiyana with maybe perhaps the Ashe ulti, they are able to turn this around. But right now, Red Side has just been making the pure active play. Qiyana knocked up. Horn on Qiyana. Qiyana's been caught out. And the shutdown goes down. 800 gold swing to Gwen. Blue side may be behind, but they do have some scaling picks in the Ornn, the Jax, Gwen as well. So definitely going to rely on Red side to keep up the pressure with their proactive plays, which have they been doing. But this time they just went in a bit too deep with not enough people.
Yeah, I think we can't understate how important the Ornn pick is here. His scaling is so strong once he reaches level 13 plus. With the items for his teammates, and also the bonus stats he gets from himself from those items too.
Back looking for Ashe.
Ashe isolated for Emilio, not really being able
to flashed out. Burns the ghost. Knocked up and killed.
Amelia was
Jinx?
late to the fray and also having to flash against the Jinx too. Quite unfortunate as one more time, Zach's just jumping all over the place, ready to take any of these fights that come along. Right. Yeah, the Jinx finally getting some kills here and there.
Oh, and then we have to fight for
Fight
red
the
buff.
red.
Is it worth it? Oh! Oh,
One more
it is
death, one
not
more for
worth it.
Kiana. Not quite, not quite, but that's a-okay. He still got the red buff, so I think
They
that's
got
a
the
win
red
in my
buff.
books.
Oh, Milo. Zach under the tower. Oh,
And it's
Ash arrow
done.
onto
Oh,
Kiana,
but
but
the
there's
tower
no
falls,
follow-up.
there's nothing
There
really
is no
forward.
follow-up. Jack CP's in. Mordekaiser.
And with Jinx getting excited, I think they're just gonna run with it and take the turret and the inhibitor. Also have to take a look at death timers.
Oh, what an
ulti
ulti by Mordekaiser, denying the Jack's flank.
Krynex is coming in, but I don't think he's gonna be able to do much except try and live. As Zac pulls him back in with
Oh,
his
but
bomb.
Gwen gets the shutdown. And Ash.
Was it
Is it
enough?
with Kite?
No, not quite. Look at how tanky Ray from JP is with the Mordekaiser.
But Ash is
JP
able
is
to
finally caught
fight
out. No,
as
not
much as they
quite.
can. This is
Oh my
not a
goodness.
bad fight for Blue side, getting the shutdown on both Jinx and Kiana as well, but losing Inhib Tower in response.
Right. It's definitely in the favor of oh shoot. It's definitely in the favor of red team over there, but shutdowns are much appreciated in this economy at the moment for the blue side. Being 5k gold down in 21 minutes. They'll take anything at this rate. Hopefully they can get ready for themselves for the next
I like it. I love how Blue side is making aggressive plays. They are looking for ways to fight back. They're looking for the Jax flank. They're looking for the Ash arrows. They're forcing red side to respond. But still, it's going to be a large mountain to climb, a large hill.
6
Let's
and
see if they
16
can do it.
kills, 3 dragons down. It is definitely a slog up for the blue team over here. But we're gonna take a look at the bottom side right now. We have the Jax versus the Mordekaiser
Down
rematch.
2 levels. Still looking for the fight. Down item as well against Bramble. Does not look
Still
like the fairest
comes
fight. Jumps
Way
out.
too much.
Obviously-
Krynex is getting out and falling to the passive Mordekaiser.
No.
His the passive damage is just way too strong. But never mind that. We do have the mid lane to contest the moment.
Josh
Kiana
Kiana having the best day.
Getting
Kiana,
in against
oh!
Al.
Kills. What another
Amazing.
kill by
Going 1-for-1 in this
Gwen.
scenario. We take those. And
Gwen.
he tells us
Did is the recipient of multiple shutdowns, so I definitely look forward to what she can do in the team fight. That W makes it really hard for Jinx to do any damage to her, being invulnerable. The Zinzal ulti on a basic ability, as they call it.
The many complaints, the many horror stories of Gwen is immune is finally coming to fruition as Gwen is actually quite strong. A lot of armor, decent amount of armor stacking too, as it looks like Gwen is building to Zhonya's hourglass against Jinx and Kiana.
Two items coming in for Ornn, Gwen, and Ash. So they are on a relatively even footing, just to support and Jax. I wonder how much the gold deficit is between Jax and Kiana. That's where I'm intrigued.
Right, and there's actually nearly a 1 item difference, as there's a 2k gold difference between the two. That's pretty much 2 components too.
Well, let's look at
Now
the
we have
exciting
finally
fight
have a
for
fight for the
Soul.
dragon
Ornn
as-
ulti, getting
Open.
Zach moored.
Okay, but we
Kiana
have the
looking
Kiana
for a
flank.
flank.
Can't forget about
Put
that.
it on. Hey, Kiana, you can't hit wards.
What are you doing?
Kiana looking for the
Okay,
opportunity.
Pal is
Exhausted
losing to
out.
Jinx. And Krynex is also able to get in, but mad because he
Kiana looking for an
falling to
ulti
the
here.
ground.
Gets the 3-man, and that's it. Looks
Krynex
like
trying
an
to get
ace.
at least 1, maybe tuition fee. No, not quite.
Only
Okay, with
Ray from JP goes down. That's Dragon and Baron. Kiana patiently playing the edge of the map, waiting for the right opportunity, baiting out the exhaust early on, forcing them to be collapsed on. Blue side pinched from all sides.
yeah, with this and with this Baron, sorry, and with this Infernal Soul, they'll also have an easier Baron take, only needing the Jinx and the tanky Zac over here. Perhaps a tuition, buffing up the Janna. And we get extra AD for a faster clear. But no matter what, it looks like Blue side will be able to do nothing about this Infernal Soul and this Baron.
All right.
Team Red
Almost a 10k goal lead for red side. And we're seeing a man immune for Kiana. Finish
Almost
Thormel for Mordekaiser.
Okay, the game just winding down. Every team on Team Underscore just getting back on the map now.
Yep.
Just gonna slowly clear out waves, potentially push in all lanes. Let's take a look at the bottom side with Ray from JP and Aerodoggo once again duking that out, just in the ball lane this time.
Yep. Ornn needs those XP desperately. One upgraded Ornn artifact on Gwen already. Looking for some light trades as
A
Milo
very
is
happy
there to
grass
back
trade,
it
but
up.
at what cost? Okay, we got a 3 versus 2 in the bottom lane, a 5 versus 2. As we have the Jinx and the Zac posturing for a potential fight, but to no avail. Okay, everyone going back to their respective lanes. We have the Jinx going back, taking whatever camps and whatever CS she can get on her way. Or not. Never mind. We have a fight coming back.
What a fight for Raptors we have here.
I mean, for
Very feisty. Jinx getting ulted and losing half her health against Ornn.
but doesn't
But
really matter.
securing the Raptors in the end.
But it doesn't really matter. All things considered, with the Janna heal and the shields, nonetheless.
Mikhail
perhaps
coming
still.
in for Janna to deny any chances of the Ashe engage.
Yeah, there's nothing left for Ashe over here as he just walk up slowly and take the turret for fun. Hopefully trying to bring this one step closer to the end of the game. Raph is excited and ready to take this tower down too. Unless he can do something about
Gwen
this.
looking to do something. Oh, exhaust on Mordekaiser. Kills it. Ashe
Nothing
arrow,
against
but Jinx is
side.
excited, looking for something. Has
There's nothing right now, But Ornn's ready to walk back in. Not really being able to get in range of Jinx, but maybe that's all that's needed at the moment. Just to
3
finally get
inhibs
them
all
off.
crashing down soon. Only one top, but no towers to defend it.
And with the team just disengaging, they're very happy with that. 2 inhibs down, all the towers are gone except for the Nexus towers. Just very happy with how this is going now. Taking their lead and running with
Almost
it.
a
And we just,
10k
take a
gold
look.
lead.
10k gold lead. Some people are finally picking up their items. We see Jinx building up into the Zeal. And Ornn also upgrading an item. Let's take a look at who he targets. Targeting the Gwen, or the Ashe. The Gwen or the Ashe. Okay, maybe there's a mistake on my end. Ornn just building items. Very happy with how he's doing right now.
Thanks ulti. Hits the
Maybe for some
big goal
CS,
one.
didn't feel like it.
Oh, we
Okay,
have some
Gwen.
pings topside. Gwen resorting to the good old tactic of when in doubt, split push, because we can't win team fights.
Okay, and we have the Jinx and the Janna closing in.
Oh,
Looks like some
Jinx
action is gonna
looking-
happen.
Gwen looking for a kill on something. Gets rooted, no invulnerability, misses all ults, and has now run for the hills. Milo
Now we're running for the Milo too. The Infernal Soul doing quite a bit to the Janna also.
Yeah, forcing out that Shurelius to run with his buddy Ornn.
Okay. not
Kiana
bad.
roaming, looking for the IG, sitting in the IG bush.
Laughing away as hopefully unfortunate victim just comes in, but nothing so far.
I mean, Jax again
It's
for
been
the
done
8th
before.
time or 9th time. I lost track of count already. Mordekaiser in an awkward spot, but could just be a bait for the Kiana. Blue side very wary of going over that wall, anywhere near that wall, in case Kiana shows up, which she is.
He's ready to just pounce on them at any moment. As Team Blue over here just has to clear the wave against against just a
Hull
tanky
Breaker
Panther
coming
right
in for
now.
Jax. Some desperate last attempt to win the 1v1.
Okay, and Mad Cook
Oh,
being caught
Ash
out, getting
walking
hit
up
by
a bit too
everything.
far.
Okay,
Makai
but
Gang?
nothing coming in right now. He's not dead quite
Oh,
yet. And the
Kiana
Kiana.
And this fight is just too big, too slow for Red Side. Red Side sweeps in, gets 4 kills, and that looks like game. Looking for the ace. Jinx looking for more auto.
One more
Gets
time,
it,
the triple kill, ending off for Jinx. And honestly, with all of this, ending off very happy. 20 kills up, and 4 Drakes and everything too. Finally cleaning up the game.
29-minute game.
The clean sequence of events. Very well played from Team Underscore again over here. Let's see if Team Sweaty can make it back up, or Team 6 can make it back. But yeah, right.
What a game.
What a game indeed.
All right, we're going to go straight to,
The second lobby, as they seem to be already set up.
I
Just
believe we are in,
try and get in.
seem to be drafting soon.
Right.
All right, let's see if Heavy Sweaty Men can come back from their game 1 loss.
Of course. They do have to claw back a 1-game loss now. They have to win 3 more, or they can only afford to lose 1 more now in order to close out the set on their end and get sent to loser side of this playoff bracket. Whoever wins this will not necessarily out of the event or out of the split per se, but are just gonna have to deal with losers, which is not a fun place to be in, as we all know. Right. So I think we are waiting on a couple of people. They're also not in esports order. And we'll just let you guys know as soon as draft is ready and up and ready. Okay, we are back for draft. Game 2, Team Heavy Sweaty Men back at it again on the blue side against Team Underscore. So we get our first bands out of the way. I think we have the Token, Zed, and Echo bands coming from last game. Also, I think I've seen a little bit of deja vu. So George, tell us, how do you think they'll recover from this? What do you think has to change in the draft?
I think they need to put mid lane in a much more less volatile position. I think right now Red Side Main strategy, it looks like, is to snowball mid and we're using that mid pressure to influence both bot lane. Because in the
Right.
end, Jinx also got quite fed, even though laning phase was quite even for both ADCs.
That's
So I
true.
want to see maybe it looks like they are targeting a lot of that mid lane champ push, from the Zed, the Vlad, maybe the Talon as well. But I want to see something less volatile. Maybe not a Jax, maybe a Malzahar, maybe a Galio, something to neutralize that lane. And maybe play around more the jungle heavy influence.
Yeah,
Because
I
I
can see where
think
you're coming from. I think it was very unfun for Crynex just to be in that position where all that happened was tuition fee and jungler just coming back and Artom just coming back over and over again, making whatever advantage Crynex would have in a champion advantage just dissipate. As you see I think I'm witnessing deja vu. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm seeing Zed Vladimir Skarner and Echo Yone Kasante. I think all these champions were banned in this exact same order last game too. Uh, but either way, we're finally in the pick phase as TJ Team Heavy Sweaty Men are getting ready to
all
finally do
right,
their
but we
pick.
got something different. Jinx being picked,
Trial pick.
hovered, and picked, looking for another team fight ADC. What is Red Side gonna respawn? Underscore? Maybe looking for the Zac as well?
Yeah, the Zach's turned out very well. His unique gank angles are making it very hard for Team Heavy Sweaty Men to respond properly. So the Zach not being banned just gives him another chance to pick it up again. And with the Zach locked in, you can see the next champion to be picked up as we wait on the picks.
It's interesting if Underscore is going to opt into the Ashe, try to replicate some, because I think that they have the option of using Ashe to match Jinx and lane and look for play as well with the Zac as a pick style comp rather than team fight potentially.
Right.
So let's see what they pick here. It's the Kai'Sa being hovered and locked in now. Quite
Yeah, maybe
interesting.
they didn't want to replicate Team HSM. The Ash pick didn't exactly go to plan last game. No reason to pick it up from the team that was losing, you know. But Kai'Sa locked in. Kai'Sa's a very flexible champion. She has a bunch of random builds she can go into, such as such as poke, mixed, and even just straight up AD if she so desires. Got the Jinx with the Blitzcrank. Nothing really to peel against the Zac yet. I don't know if this is the correct play to go, but we will just have to see how the rest of the draft goes. What do you think about that, George?
I think it's a response to the roaming pressure provided by the Janna and tuition
Mhm,
fee. By
mhm.
having the Blitzcrank, it prevents an immediate threat. If your support roam, we're going to threaten to all in and dive your Kai'Sa. Set your bot lane behind. Because what ended up happening was that Milio was trying to mash a Janna roam, was a bit too slow, was a bit too vulnerable, got picked out a bit too many times, and it let them mean that both ADCs were just kind of farming on their own in the side lane, and that wasn't really helping the rest of the map.
Right. But yeah, in response to that, Janna, you're right. The Janna is no longer being picked. Instead, we have a Gwen and Soraka being locked in as ban phase 2 begins. And I'm seeing a deja vu of bans again. I swear, just Nas's ban. All of these bans are the exact same. But nonetheless, we got Soraka, Gwen being picked up. Soraka as a response to Blitzcrank, perhaps maybe not roaming as much, or maybe the utility from her heal and her silence is just way higher than whatever other champion like Janna could provide. And the Gwen, I think the jungler did very well on Gwen last game. So Gwen being
Talon banned once again, looking to take away another assassin pick from the mid lane pool. Soraka actually has a quite interesting pseudo counter to Gwen, because if she's able to silence Gwen before she gets her W off, it creates a very awkward spot for the Gwen to be in,
ah,
unable to be immune.
so it's like a game of chicken, right?
Yep,
You
for
know,
sure.
if you do something and not in time, then you get screwed over, etc., etc.
Yep. Gonna have to play around that, especially last game when Gwen opted for the Ignite rather than the Flash. Acid
Right.
and Ban, quite interesting. Didn't see
Okay.
that one from last game, if I
As yeah,
recall.
I was gonna say, as far as I'm concerned, I think this is the first different ban from first and last game. So far the bans have been mirrored from game one, just except for this cast, and let's just
Now,
see what the
will we
last
see
champion
a
comes back.
Kiana ban?
The Kiana
That's the
ban, the Kiana put too
question.
much pressure. There's
And
too
there
much
it
guaranteed
is.
CC.
Too much CC trying to protect that Jinx right now. Quite interesting.
Honestly, it makes sense. I think Kiana is one of those champions where if you have proper setup, she's just way too oppressive. It's very reminiscent of these like LPL videos by Midbeast, like you just see like Kiana Echo and that type of thing. It's just very reminiscent. Kiana Zac is also very potent combo as we have seen in the previous game. And with Ornn being locked in, very potent pick in my opinion. There's a lot of team fight, but there's also a lot of tankiness. I don't know if this is exactly where Team Underscore wants to be, but it is strong scaling nonetheless.
Strong scaling front to back. You got two big tanks. You got an Enchanter. You got a pretty decent ADC as well. Can opt into some more DPS focused builds if need to be. Well,
I think Kai'Sa has to go DPS over here. There's not much opportunity. The Diana just doesn't feel like the right pick, especially since we can assume that it's Gwen jungle based on what Pal played last game, and Diana mid I think against Soraka just does not seem very good. We have Yasuo
Diana
here.
Yasuo. This might be a swap. Gwen we move to the top lane as a counter to Ornn, and then setting up the classic Diana Yasuo combo in the mid lane.
Yeah,
This
no, I
looks
think you're
like
right.
opposite.
I did not really consider that, but you might be onto something. I keep forgetting about these hidden picks. And we have Silas in the fray. Silas being able to take a myriad ultimates. The first one that comes to mind is definitely the Diana one, but you also have to pay attention to the Blitzcrank ultimate. Man, when Blitzcrank has AP, that ultimate hurts.
I also-
yes, we have a GP lock in.
Oh, I was about to mention that I think what could be interesting is that Yasuo ulti, especially with Ornn knockup, Zac knockup, is surprisingly potent in a counter engage. That Ornn ulti can go a long way to setting up that Yasuo ult. But looks like they're opting for a GP mid. GP mid confirmed?
Yeah, I think we're just going through chat just to confirm roles and any lane swaps. Unfortunately, we cannot see any lane swaps in draft law, but we would just be relaying the information we see over here.
Looking for the orange to try to get out of those ganks. I really want the heavy sweaty men to focus on mid lane. Use that Diana Yasuo combo. Get priority and roam. You have Blitzcrank. You have Yasuo. You put a lot of pressure on that Zac
Right.
as well as bot lane.
Yeah, we just have to see how it turns out. As we finally get word that Gwen top, Diana jungle, and Yasuo mid. Everything else is expected. Jinx, Blitzcrank, bottom lane, duo. And on the top side of Team Underscore, we have Ornn, Zac, Gameplank, Kai'Sa, and Soraka. And now we will be going on break as the draft completes, and we have the and we have the spectator delay to account for. We'll be back. are back. Let's take a look at the rune choices. On Team HSM, we have Conqueror, Resolve. Oh, never mind. Game has gone in already, but that is okay. We have both teams ready with their starting items too.
First strike on GP, looking to make some bank.
Off of the Yasuo, who's opted to go lethal tempo instead of what I would normally expect of Conqueror. But maybe I'm just outdated with the Yasuo.
All right, let's see if there's any invades. Last time we had a quite amount of wards and invested in both jungle. Looks like a Blitzcrank invade spotted out.
By
Let's
the
see if
red
the
ward over
Blitzcrank is
there.
doing
Them also
anything.
taking note of it too. But otherwise, we have the red side doing a 5-point start, which is very standard for all teams that do not want to do with an invade.
Did GP start E based on the barrel amount? That could be an interesting scenario early on.
Right. We can actually check. He has not started any ability. Turns out it just gives you all abilities when need be.
Invaded. Not too familiar, but
Okay, it's okay. There are
long
just some
sword
quirks with
start,
the spectator client.
Yep. Long sword start by GP with refillabos, not opting into the.
Some extra
All right,
gold for Yasuo
it's
to start things
over.
off.
Heavy Sweaty Man has a 30 gold lead. We could call it a day. Blitzcrank looking potentially for an early cheesy roam. Diana looking
goodness.
for a steal.
This is gonna be one of the greediest starts, and we know Artom is gonna try and full clear this too.
Yeah.
With Zac just focusing on full clearing until level 4 or 5.
Oh, do you have a
and also
smite? Do you have a
six.
smite? Oh,
Oh,
a
not
smite.
quite, not quite.
Not quite. Did they? Oh, that's quite.
I don't think they know.
I don't-
Kyle is still very happy with that, to be honest. There's a slight tempo loss, but it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter over here. As
Very-
Zac loses the level 4 off of the 6 camps.
Yeah, big, especially given the fact that they warded there, expecting invade, and then Diana recalled God Scanner and cleared the visions from any sort of invade.
And now that Diana is just coming back to her blue side and just taking everything from there, recognizing that unfortunately, Zac's Raptors is completely gone. And we have a lot of safety in the top lane. Error Doggo is just free to push lane now that not that they know that the Diana is on their side, and just freely pushing waves for fun, gain whatever advantage they can. Looking at the ball lanes, the typical Enchanter versus Engage matchup. Some poke going down onto the Engage side, but if they land that hook, it's all they need. Just one.
Looking for one little hook. Tense moment on both sides. Yasuo winning some early trades, it seems. Definitely improvement over last game, given the fact that Jano was already in his lane by that point.
At the level 3, instantly gone from lane, as we all know. The very cursed mid lane experience of constant ganks.
Yeah. I definitely think this matchup much more fair, has a jungle pressure from Diana, as well as a more immobile roaming pattern from both supports, other than the Blitzcrank.
Right. And with Zac having one less camp to do, he's already on the scuttle. I don't think Diana particularly minds, as it's just the lane
Miss.
for them to gank.
Jinx taking some heavy poke.
Being caught in a rock in a hard place over here. Just dealing with some poke that can eventually be healed up.
All right, let's see it. We
Well,
see
look at
Zac
that,
coming
mid lane.
mid. Okay.
Zac level 4, we already know. And blocking the arm? Dodging from the arm. Oh my goodness.
God. Wind Wall, what an
queen.
ability. Wind Wall actually being a counter to Ornn ulti as well.
We were
Tuition
talking
fee,
about tuition
hello.
fee. They're running it back one more time.
They're trying to do it all over again, but this time just slightly less pressure. Soraka with no CC of her own, unless you decide to stay in your silence for God knows how long. Just looking for a little bit of healy wheelie, trying to recover from those trades. Let's see how well it does. I'm waiting for the level 6 though from both Diana and Yasuo.
Yeah, I've been talking about that. The level 6 is what we're most excited about, as he also has just all the power in the world.
The wind wall to block the parry on the
both-
barrel. Look
game
for
ready.
all in, exhausted. Diana flashing over for the kill. Looks,
Arton really
looks like
Do not let yourself get autoed under tower like that. Wonderful. as Crynex picks up first kill of the game.
I
Now it
love
looks like he's in the driver's seat compared to last game. We're very excited to see how this turns out. As he sets up freeze, GP is forced to TP. Yasuo not opting to reset quite yet, as he's around 60% HP. Very quite healthy to say the least. We have the tuition fee gain ready. We also have the Blitzcrank just hiding in bush right at the moment, doing nothing at the moment, resetting, which is perfectly fine too. That's a little bit of poke going down to Crynex. Honestly, Crynex is happy with this. He's gonna reset anyways. He's gonna reset with a full bar of HP, new items, the jazz.
I definitely like blue side draft. This game, the Blitzcrank, the Yasuo Diana combo, as well as the Gwen. I think
Yeah,
the Gwen from
a
last
lot
game was a
like-
setup, you know? They just want a Gwen top all along.
Yeah, I was like very convinced, like, yo, where is Gwen going? I'm like 100% sure she's jungle, but nah, it turns out they have a very unique flex pick. Or not very unique, but very a flex pick that I was just not expecting, not ready for.
Not many people play Gwen jungle compared to Gwen top, but it does work out. Gwen
Just
with
have the
also a
junglers.
decent sized CS lead, opting for a call. Arrow opting for another call start on their second buy.
Unfortunate. They're so close to the hook, but nothing
CS
yet.
lead.
I think the call buy is very interesting from Gwen. You're right. I think she's just pushing. She's just trying to push her lead as fast as possible. You get a free 180 gold from the call. That's some of the stats are much appreciated on her too. The extra on hit healing. AD is not the worst on him either. As,
GP
Crynex
also
is walking
opting for
over
it as
two
well.
wards, making their way to the bottom side. Nothing really happening as Artom is over here, and Tuition Fee and Who Fed Raph are kind of playing back.
Level 6 on Yasuo Diana with Berserker Boots. This is a deadly combo. I heavily doubt that Underscore is going to try to contest this, especially Zac still level 5. Soraka looks like a hit and forced to flash away from the crank.
Based on what I missed, I think Tuition Fee did get hit by the Space Setter's hook
Oh,
and had
but
to
a
flash away too.
solo or
Okay, and then we have the Zac getting ready to come in. Them being pushed up a little bit too far, getting turbo punished. Chase Cetera trying to throw out a hook, but to no avail. As Who Fed Raph is now with the Kaisa being level 6, able to engage on as long as she hits an ability or her teammates hit an immobilizing ability too. Okay, I think I also missed some top lane action. I think there was a solo kill against the Gwen. Apologies.
there may or may not be a GP ulti involved at some point during that conversation.
You're right.
No.
with the hidden one assist from GP, I think bot lane is just a lot more interesting with right now, with so many players being in the bottom side.
Alright, Blitzcrank roaming potentially onto the GP, setting up an easy QE into ulti from Yasuo.
No wind wall, but that's fine. Oh, we do have the. What am I doing? Okay, a little bit of observer blunder. Sorry, guys.
It's fine. Blitzcrank goes in for the flash E, but GP flashed orange, I believe, denying that kill. They're looking for it again, and the ulti comes in, and there is no orange this time. He gets to finally secure the kill with the assistance. The table has turned. It's now Blitzcrank. It is Heavy Sweaty Man that's making the first in.
Yeah, no, those were some very good plays, and Blitzcrank is also happy with that. You know, helping his teammate get the flash at first, but also getting an assist on top. I think any gold on these low-income supports is very much appreciated. As a support, and Diana look to take this this Herald. It looks like Diana this time is in the driver's seat. You know, they got first Dragon, they're getting the first Herald. But let's see if Zac has anything to say about it. Artom is just walking in blindly into Blitzcrank's rocket punch.
Ooh.
Okay, being hooked back in, but it's okay,
Yeah.
it's okay.
I love this Moby from Blitzcrank, enabling more roams to the mid lane, to the top lane, allowing the Gwen and Yasuo to scale and snowball their small leads.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to try and take a look at bot side. As we know, Blitzcrank has been alone. I think the one way that this bot lane is playing this matchup is like they're not mindlessly pushing in waves. It really felt like in the previous game where Madka's Key and Space, etc., were just seemingly pushing in waves to let Jinx scale up for free. But over here, like, Jinx has already missed 2 CS off that one wave. So just want to pay special attention to see how these little leads accrue for the bottom side as Blitzcrank takes the opportunity to roam. I think overall, still worth it for Team 6, but it is just something to keep in the future. Nothing too much going on. We have Zac potentially posturing for a gank, hitting over the walls. Okay, getting ready, getting charged up. And he's gonna get out. Oh, and the wind wall, quite lethal. The
That's
two are lined
what
up.
others are
And we have the
too.
ultimate coming down. But Unseen BM with the orange. One more Q would have been enough, but to say the least.
Diana coming in.
And the dodge
Oh,
one more
it's-
time. Oh, nice try, nice
Straight
try.
up
Go
one
for a
for
1 for
one.
1. We take those out here on the orange is just a little bit too much. A game like ours also a little bit too much. And Yasuo being alone for most of that fight is too much. It's fine though. Yeah, Blitzcrank tanking a lot of turret shots just to
Gets
get
the
the
passive out.
passive. Yeah.
GP forced to ulti. And oh, no one gets the Herald XP, which could have been big.
It's fine. But dime of it doesn't. But obviously, it feels like there's not that much of a lead going on right now. They're 1 kill down, but they actually are up 200 gold. Nothing worth mentioning per se. But like this game just a lot more even compared to the last game. I'm very excited to see how this turns out. Just take a look at this jungle side. Artom once more the Gromp, and when you know Zac is on Gromp, you know he's ready to try and tank whatever else comes up. You see Blitzcrank over here is postured up very close to the tower and backing off right now.
Dragon spawning in 20 seconds. And they're looking for one last little roam potentially. GP might be in danger.
One more time, one more time.
One more time, and oh, there's just so
And the
much
Diana
damage.
Yasuo combo that we were talking about all the time in draft once they got drafted in. And with them getting the pick, Diana's resetting instead of going for the dragon. Very interesting. But maybe the temple lead gained from purchasing items just that much more important. As we see, yes, Diana does have her first item. Nashor's Tooth finally completed. Okay, I think we're also missing up some action top. And Space Etc. is making good use of his kit and just going for the roams.
But red side underscore looking for that dragon, knowing that Diana resetted. Let's see if she can make it in time. Has Smite, has the blast cone, but it's gonna be opt into going to be 2. It's in the pit now. Oh, it's a
It's very,
wall
very...
deny any. Oh, Kaisa
Oh,
jumps in, gets the
nothing.
kill, gets 1, gets 2,
Wow.
gets the dragon, maybe 3rd one as well. Zaxxas over,
Zac
Jinx flash.
flashing in. Oh my goodness. The Jinx having to flash out, but taking 2 flashes in return. Or taking a ghost and a flash in return. And it doesn't really matter. I think all those kills are going to go to Ralph. Or to Raph.
Wow,
Wow.
that just went bot lane so heavily.
Yeah, that really screwed them over, huh? I think I think there was a little bit more patience from the Diana waiting for the Yasuo to get in the right position. I think it would have been a lot more different. But we just see Raph, he just gets so much off of that.
They get the dragon, they get 3 kills, and now they get Jinx's sums. Not a good day for the bot lane. A great day for Raph.
Yeah, and now he's
4-0.
2k gold up with 1500 in the bank, so we can just take a look at what she buys afterwards. Most likely a Zeal, a BF sword, or the new quiver. But again, we just have to hope that the team HSM just does not screw it up anymore after that very unfortunate Drake fight. We still know that the fight is very strong.
I just want to point out that while in this time of the Ornn, I believe, got another solo kill top lane.
Whoops. Right. These are missed
Ornn is
opportunities.
3-0 in what's supposed to be a good matchup for the Gwen. Not the worst, but still waiting for that call to come in eventually.
Yeah, I think top lane does seem like the local island. Sometimes there's a GP all up there, but other times not too much is going on. We gotta look at mid lane one more time. I think all our attention is gonna have to go to mid lane as Zac.
Maybe just
and
losing
Diana.
half his health.
Never mind. Wait,
Diana
forget about
ulti
Diana.
high.
Only Zac is here at the moment. Okay, nothing going on for these
We're gonna
guys.
wait for GP. GP just used his orange.
Okay, Space
Oh.
Etc. getting caught out, trying to help them out. Kind of forgetting that the bottom lane of Team Underscore is over
Kaisa
here.
easily able to follow up on Zac and CC, and another solo kill coming in the top lane. Not a good day for Era Dougie as Ray from JP gets another kill. Working
thankfully,
her way.
a lot of
Oh,
plays are
what's
being
going on
done.
bot lane? Oh
And
no!
more 2v2 solo kills coming down.
Oh, the
and we have one
flash!
getting caught out, tuition fee. Unfortunately though, Artom getting the arm. Oh wow.
It's a disaster. Jinx flashes out of the Diana combo, stopping, only getting Soraka, and then turning
Not
up.
even be
What
able to
a
secure the
swing.
kill. That is so unfortunate. I was gonna say like there wasn't too much to lose in all lanes, you know. Ornn only now gained top lane tower, but that bot lane play almost worked out so well, and just didn't quite connect. I think right now Team Underscore is in the driver's seat now, leading into game 2. If they win this one, they only need one more to win. But you know, if there's a will, there's a way, and I don't see any FFs coming in from this side.
Alright. Kraken coming in for Yasuo and Jinx, but Kaisa sitting on 2 items. This is going to be an uphill battle. If they can get Kaisa, they can get majority of that damage off the board.
Yeah, it's true. Kaisa having 7 kills from like 2 or 3 isolated incidents in the bottom lane. Those incidents just add up to let her be as strong as she is right now. One whole item up as Team Underscore secures Herald with no contest. And the free runaway too, as Air Doggo gets collapsed on throughout Team Underscore's escape option. Okay, not too much happening. Some shutdowns are being picked up. I think Jinx should be able to get this tower unless she fears for.
Getting that bounty go back.
Yeah, this is just one of the many ways that League offers you a chance to come back, gain some of that bounty gold. With 1300 gold, you should be able to get another component such as BF Sword or Noon Quiver for whatever item she wants in the future.
But Kaisa still ahead. 1 coal item ahead. That is the key difference right now. That's where all the goal difference is.
Yeah, we can't really forget Artom is ready to... looks like he's ready to screw things up again. He's posturing for another... Not really gank anymore, but we're out of lane phase, but is any pickings?
Dragon up for both sides. Arm starting it. They're looking for a pick. Any pick right now from space.
4v3? 5v3 coming from GP. I don't think this is fightable at all. But, you know, okay, there's no stealing, unfortunately, for Team Team HSM.
No steals, no Blitzcrank hooks.
No deaths on their side.
That's
It could have went better, but perhaps it could have went worse too. No reason to be
committed or TP committed from GP to ensure that they had numbers there.
Okay, let's just take a look at the bottom lane. Okay, so if the Gwen gets solo killed by the Ornn, that sometimes happens, but maybe we can see something a little bit different from Prinex as he just goes to town on Ray from JP.
Oh, the ulti?
Oh, and
the
unfortunately,
Soraka ult.
Kill. Oh, not the solo kill, the Soraka ult really did just save Ray from JP's life. Oh my goodness, these global ultimates are quite lethal. And we have some action going on in the bottom lane, or sorry, in the mid lane right now. It looks like everyone's getting pinched. The Kai'Sa's coming in also, making it difficult for Team Blue to do anything right now. GP all forcing them away from the tower. Not much you can really do. Artom them getting HP finally from the Herald. Don't get auto, don't get auto.
They still have to be watchful of Diana. Yasuo is respawning soon. GP barrel with the flash Q. Is it? I don't think this is the right decision. It's a 2v4. Yasuo is still not up in the fight.
Dang, that is quite unfortunate.
And they flash out.
There's nothing
what
left
a
here
shot.
for anyone. I think if there's just a little bit more waiting involved, sure, the opportunity could disappear, but you wouldn't have to sacrifice your life for no reason. Okay, 4 and 16. I think Team HSM are just very desperate to make plays. which I definitely understand, but it's just not the right course of action at the moment. Crynex just trying to pick up whatever scraps he can at the moment, and otherwise team underscore just taking all of their jungle and more. Maybe leaving Raptors as a consolation prize, but never mind. Artom's
Take
also here.
everything.
Take everything.
There's
though.
nothing left.
Leave them with nothing.
Oh, we see some very aggressive pings going on in someone's chat. Not sure who, but you are getting pinged a lot.
Pings
One of the
are not
perks of being
really.
a 5-man is that you still get to ping your teammates.
That is a nice feature. You don't even have to. You don't even have to get a kill anymore to ping your teammates. You know, some of the riot changes have been quite interesting. Let us know how you guys feel about those changes. I know there have been I'm personally quite vocal about it, but many other personalities are also vocal about it too.
All right. A 6K gold lead for underscore, mostly in the bot lane. And then we have
Right.
another
That's
wall of
correct.
ping.
I mean, just ping for fun as they're in the driver's seat. It looks like red team is pinging each other on the team. I cannot quite see over here. So it looks like they're just pinging for fun as they're very far ahead. Let's take a look at the top lane. Aerodoggle, oh my goodness, taking quite a few
Doggo
damage.
looking for a pick on the GP. Blitzcrank is there.
One more barrel. Nice. Get out of the
Soraka ulti coming in again.
This is solo kill. I think this means that Blitzcrank can't really do much anymore. You know, any HP is a lot of HP for GP.
Soraka coming with the ulti again. Those globals just coming in once again. GP
Yeah.
ulti, Soraka ulti. So hard.
And two members of Team HSM dead. I mean, they're just free to take Baron and do whatever they want. Orange is still mid. Orange doesn't even need to do anything right now for them to have a good time and just take this Baron for fun. Orange is really pushing waves. The only thing you can really do right now is just have Crynex take wave as consolation prizes.
Red team has slain.
And they've slain Baron. Very happy with that. Okay, just look at some gold being spent. PD coming in from the side of Kai'Sa. Everyone's just really resetting. Crynex still looking to pick up more CS. He just needs to be as ahead as possible leading up to these next few fights. We know these fights are going to be very impactful. 30 seconds from the dragon, but tuition fee ready to take it into our own hands.
Oh, let's try and cook.
Essentially.
Ooh, just a miss. Ornn items coming in on both Noon Quivers for underscore on the GP and Kai'Sa, allowing that unkillable Ornn Zac right now. Still deathless. Every single death has been on GP on the underscore side. 4 out of 4 deaths.
Yeah, there's been a lot of action top lane, but in the middle lane, as they actually got quite a few successful openings. You know, it really felt like what happened to Crynex was what was happening to Unseen BM, but like what happened in lane phase, it's not the be all end all. As we see there, they end up being quite far ahead, and GP's also quite strong himself. 3 items versus Yasuo's 2.5. Okay, we have nothing to be scared of. The Blitzcrank doesn't really mean anything to us at the moment. Just gonna walk it down mid. What else can I do? We got Baron minions. Which they can do. And not even letting Gwen get any of the shutdowns. Perhaps? Okay, one of the shutdowns.
One, but what did they get in return? The whole inhib.
The whole inhib, the whole turret. Yeah, I don't know. Even if Gwen was there, I don't think they could have defended.
Yep, Jared better grab some on the other side, get that bounty, get some way of slowing down. But at the same time, look at it, the map. Ornn is just not letting anyone get past him.
He's doing the one thing a tank should do: absorb damage and CC the enemy.
I'm pretty sure Ornn is a damage dealer right now with that Sunfire, with that Abyssal Mask. Going to be a key contributor to the team fight.
Okay, Space Etc. trying to get a pick on a Squishy, but even if he got the pick, I think it would have been on Zac. It would have been quite unfortunate. And don't forget the
Need to look
Soraka
for
ultimate.
something on Soraka from GP, from hopefully Kai'Sa. Diana looking for that combo.
Diana's posturing a little bit just behind the wall. She's not in any sight's way. There's
Oh!
there's two. But what the heck happened?
We got no one.
Yasuo unfortunately was not able to fall, but his ultimate as Yasuo falls,
that
3 of the
is
14
game.
fall. That is
Soraka on 10
quadra kill.
health.
An ace on the team of Team Underscore.
Team Underscore, what another dominating performance. Wiz a bit shaky in the early game when Heavy Sweaty Mans made some good proactive plays in the mid lane, but was able to come back with some great team fighting around Dragon.
Now we just see I have a little bit of BM at the moment, see if there's any combos that GP could perform. Maybe he can hit the max range barrel combo, and never mind. Maybe that was not needed at all. Yeah, very clean game from Team Underscore as they take game 2 of the series. And we'll be back for later on. Alright, welcome back to the stream, everyone. We're getting ready for this draft. George, we have the first few bands coming in. We got Echo and Vladimir. Not a mirror
Right.
of this, not a mirror in bands, but still the same thing pretty much.
This is a first time that they have swapped sides, both sides. Now, seeing the strategy being changed, Gwen being banned.
When being
Zed
banned, the
being
flex
banned
pick
again.
that was actually like very decent in game 1, but not having as much impact game 2. I think they just don't want to deal with it. I think the Gwen is immune is not a trait people really want to see on their screen when you're playing League of Legends. You know what I mean? Okay, and Kane
Cassante
being banned
ban,
too.
Zed ban, letting the Zac go through once again.
Zach has just been such a unique pick. You know, being able to come in from just random angles all the time.
Let's see if they prioritize it this
Oh no,
time.
no, wait, Zach did get banned. They're actually giving team underscore. Oh, okay, you know what? Let me clarify. Team blank.
Leave
They have
blank.
opted to call themselves Team Blank, and we don't really know how to show this blank, so we've just been calling them Team underscore. Team Blank over here. They're picking up the Cassante, and in turn, Team HSM is responding with Gnosis.
The Cassante pick. Ray from JP's signature pick coming in. Let's see what they have prepared. The Gnosis, which was, I believe, banned out. So
In the
coming
previous
as a
game, also,
response to
yeah,
it, Ezreal, something new.
prioritizing on the bottom lane, but they're giving up Jinx in return. So I don't know how to feel about this. I think Jinx in an organized environment is just a lot stronger than if she were to be in solo queue. But we'll see how it turns out. I do need to point out though, there are some lane swaps. We just did not mention who. So just imagine everyone moved up one lane between the mid, jungle, and top. So that means Eridago, the previous top laner, is now in the mid lane. Prinex is now in the jungle, and Payao is in the top lane. So maybe that explains why certain picks have been picked instead.
Skarner, what was
Skarner.
banned out in the first and second game, is now being picked. I assume as a response as a one trick Milo being picked up, leaving the ADC options relatively open.
Yeah, but
Let's see.
you know, it also opens them up. I think if Team HSM does not respond with more mid bans, they might get free reign of ADCs, Team Blank, but they might just opt to play more. They might just opt to ban out more minutes. They really don't want to deal with it. So yeah, Melio getting picked here is pretty nice, but no chance to pick ADC as we now get into ban phase 2. See who gets pinched here. The only thing that's left for Team Blank is the ADC. So Kaisa is the first one to potentially get pinched. She was quite lethal last game once she was able to RN and pick up a few kills on top of the Soraka.
I want to see a Jinx ban. Maybe even an Ashe ban, depending on what they want to give over, as they do have that ADC still need to be picked by blank.
It's kind of hard to say like what you should ban here. Like the Skarner, the existence of Skarner is just making the draft a lot more harder in my opinion. I think that the Skarner tax or the QSS tax, as a lot of people like to call it, is just very annoying for both teams to deal with. But we'll see. Skarner getting his one trick pony pick, very, very useful for the team, assuming it goes out well. Who knows? Maybe Team HSM has something in the back pocket just for it. Assuming they let it through for a certain reason, as we have the Jinx hover for a ban. Jinx ban being locked in. Malphite
Ranger
also being banned
ban.
too. Malphite being a weird ban in my opinion. Nasus already picked, unless it's for
I
Nasus
assume it's a
jungle.
response for mid lane Malphite, which may be a counter to Talon, some more Kiana perhaps. I think that was the logic behind them, because
Right, that's
based on what
true.
I've seen.
That's true. None of the mid laners are pinched, but I don't know. I don't know if it's like worth giving that up. Like you usually want wave clear. You want to like push Skarner out of the way unless he has flash. I think having a mid laner with wave clear is way more beneficial than uh, a mid laner with a very good engage, such as
Yeah.
Malphite.
But on the other side, underscore mid laner has only been playing AD champion, the Kiana, the GP. So it's quite interesting what they do.
Yeah,
Removing that Malphite simplifies the equation, lets you pick an AD mid laner. Viego picked. We're seeing a lot of new picks from heavy sweaty mans, given the fact that they role swapped their entire top side and mid. So quite interesting what they have. Vayne being hovered right now for blank.
mm-hmm. Vayne pick being picked here, making it impossible to really CC Vayne once Melio is in the fray. Who knows? We might even see a QSS or cleanse just to make sure that Vayne just never gets picked here.
Kiana again. Assuming this is what they wanted. The Malphite ban, letting that Kiana freely pressure
Yeah.
and solo kill, looking for some pressures.
I don't really know what to expect from the red side over here. I think the Viego pick, while very very interesting, is just so hard to play
Kennen,
with.
ooh.
Kennen, if you can get in front of Vayne's face, maybe Vayne just can't get out. Just makes the game very
This is
hard.
interesting where this Nasus and Kennen going to go.
We're just going to confirm roles before we move on to the actual draft, and then the stream delay.
Nasus top, Kennen mid. This is going to be interesting. In the mid lane,
Are you expecting the full EP Kennen? I honestly I expect the full EP Kennen here.
I think this is going to be a full AP Kennen, but I just don't like this Kennen pick into the Kiana. Blank's mid laner has shown that they can perform on that champion and can snowball out of control quickly. But can the
Right.
new role swaps and picks overcome and start a potential comeback story, or will Blank cement their legacy?
Yeah, Blank is getting ready to looking forward to trying to 3-0 this team, but can Team HSM really set it up? I think the one thing we really have to take mention of, honestly, like all lanes are just going to be interesting to watch in my opinion. I think Cassante versus Nasus early, not very much. But come mid game, when Nasus has a lot more stacks and Cassante has a lot more levels, we might see things even out. I do think that the mid lane, the mid jungle matchup is also very interesting. Skarner and Kiana, whew, lethal champions right there. Versus the Kennen Viego. If Kennen can play from range, it should not be an issue. But that just depends on how they all play out. But yeah, I think there's a lot to look forward to over here. There's just solidifying the last bit of runes before we go on break for the stream delay. Ezreal Karma also. But yeah. everyone, welcome back. We're gonna get straight into this game. Just a quick look at runes. The loading screen is way too fast now.
No toaster ovens this time. We got first strike from Ken looking to make some bank. Longsword start by Kiana. Cloth armor. Ooh, Gnosis opting for the B shields.
Yeah, honestly, the Doran's items are just so strong. Honestly, I was very surprised last game when the GP went for the Longsword double refillable start. I think the Doran's items are just way too strong to ignore. But maybe there's something they know that I don't.
I think it's for the first proc, the first buy. They really need that Serrated Dirk. Gets that increase that kill threshold just slightly enough.
I can.
Oh, Kennen not getting that first strike value off his Q. Alright, the fight for the Skarner.
It just
has
goes straight
been
over to
done.
the red side.
Red
Team
side
eight-
with
Team 8
one.
Sam Raleigh coming back in. First one of the day. Just get the Skarner Spires. We take what we can get out here.
Right, getting the top one for
Okay, it looks
her
like both teams
team.
are opting to start on the bottom side. No wards, but when there's getting leashes. Oh, actually no, both teams are starting on the respective red sides. The ones with the red buff. Both sides are leashing, so both sides will know exactly where the other jungler is. See if there's the bot lane does anything cringe with the wave. No, not quite. Like, it's kind of hard to execute the pull the lane trick, but if you can get your opponents to miss even just one minion of EXP, you can honestly really swing the lane around.
I think Ezreal Karma just wants to shove in this Milo Vayne, abuse their poke, abuse their long range, and force Vayne under tower. Especially they
see
know that
efficiency.
Skarner is pathing top side.
Yeah, there's not going to be any support from them, and we can already see Tuition Fee's unhappy with the emotes, the 4 fun emotes on Team Blank. Yeah. Every other side though is just chilling. I think we have everything that's expected, you know. Pao not really getting to play in the early games. That's just perfectly fine, perfectly expected for the Gnosis matchup. Kind of a sitting duck. Useless dog for a period of time.
Diego looking for an invade. No prio in the top side, but
But there is pile on the bottom side, to be honest. We'll get back into that later. As we see, Doggo is just having a field day. Oh, never mind. On Team BM. Seeming to get a nasty trade, but the minions are just helping her with the trade so much. And now we're fighting for the blue buff. Honestly, I cannot tell who got it.
With the
but it
auto
looks
attack and
Rhinex gets it with the
lot.
Spires. The Spires are just way too strong. They give Skarner way too many stats in the early game. In the early game where auto attacks are basically everything for both champs. It's just unfortunate they had to fight Inspire. Okay, but otherwise though, we have Arton just waiting for the scuttle. It felt like a leash, you know. Or they're also down like I think it felt like a leash with Viego coming in, just giving them.
But Viego did, I believe, get the buff, so there is going to be a 24 cam. Oh, another solo kill by Kiana in the mid lane. The first of the day. Skarner looking for a get
over here, getting ready to kidnap Gnosis.
Gets the stun, gets the Q3 potentially, but it's just too fast.
Not quite.
Forcing the back. Karma, oh.
Oh, what a fun time. Raph is not very
Fun
happy
time in
with
the
that.
bot lane. No mana. Waves pushing in. Can't do anything about this. Just trying to desperately survive while the rest of the map is winning. Salakia as Karma throws another Mantris empowered Q into Vayne.
A lot of chances over here. Doesn't really feel like they lost too much HP. Vayne still has her potion too, so I'm just wondering how the poke is turning out. Maybe once Karma comes back with her whatever HP.
Diego behind them.
The gank coming in. Skarner also kind of far behind too. In the early game before Lilia has R, it might have been a chance. Okay, everyone's happy with this. Karma
Little bit
reading
of
the Skarner,
trade.
but nothing coming out of it. Just to be expected, a full HP Skarner. So that's something you really want to tank 3 people into.
Diego
never
stepping
mind.
up a bit too much, but they get Vayne on the back end.
You get
Let's see if they
Vayne,
can get
but at
anything.
what
Oh, the
cost?
flash, the
Ah,
heal,
you get a
bit too
flash
late.
too, but still.
The auto attack, Skarner ticking down, gets some double buffs. Ezreal will be able to now probably
Ezreal,
learn
if
that
he's able to
Milo.
land more of his Qs, he might be able to get. He might be
Ooh,
able to
but
get.
Milo slips out. That
Okay,
was just a
he's going
bit
on top of the
too
speed pad.
aggressive.
potential.
Karma looking to chase, gets the empowerment from the scuttle, but coverage by mid.
Kiana, so
But
there's
that
nothing
is-
really to have here. Except just a little bit of stolen the EXP inside of Team Blank. I think both sides are.
Behind level 6 by Kiana, so definitely a concern. Has the ulti, gets the
Dead,
kill
just like
on
that.
Karma. Gets the flash return from Milo as Diego tries to do something in response. But this Kiana
Honestly,
once again is an issue.
That gank felt like the jungler's prophecy, you know, you come in level 4 against the level 6 jungler, except this time the roles were reversed as I missed a kill top lane. Apologies. for
All
the
out by
grab.
Cassante. That ulti just gets so much stats.
Yeah, look at that. Just all tank items. Oh, sorry, Machine with no AD just a bonus 96 AD just for fun. As he smashes in Coco, sacrifices an HP. Just gets way stronger. Needs are coming back. Ezreal's coming back also. Kind of feels like the lane is starting to slow push back into Raph, which is perfectly fine. They're just trying to use their range as much as possible while taking as little damage. as
Ezreal
possible.
with the Sheen and Tier, ready to start spamming out the spells.
What a wonderful.
Milo
shot.
desperately trying to heal up with the Q and the W, but the poke. That's
Hey,
another
this poke,
chip by chip.
They're putting the pressure on, but the one thing we have to be scared of is the Skarner.
Garner is here with 6 though. Karma a bit too extended, I feel. Ooh, tuition fee half health. But Skarner has the pull, has the kidnap.
No, all this just for
All
Vayne.
this.
Vayne activated too. Space
Vayne
etc.
has a
This is also
rundown.
Oh, never mind. And this one goes to Arton. Wow, what a clean
Arton
set of
getting-
ganks. Unfortunately, not just not being able to see the incoming gank from the red side. Just set them up as a 1-for-1 happens in the top lane too.
Yep. Ray has TP, so this wave does not get wasted. Loses the cannon on him on the dragon. It looks like first dragon goes over, and another kill to Unseen, but will trade his life and giving the shutdown over to the Karma.
The 2 deaths already coming in for Kennen. It's quite unfortunate. He really needs to survive and make sure Kion does not just go ahead and one-shot his entire team. In fact, he just wants to do the one-shotting himself. I'll just pen it back down to bot. Ezreal's getting slightly bullied now that the has swapped back to the other side of Team Blank. So actually coming in. Karma's ready to come in, but I don't think it's really safe for Karma to walk in that way unless Ezreal can get this wave pushed out, but I think it's not really possible. Being coming back from the back. But nothing's really happening. But what is happening is
As a
pause.
pause.
Okay, I would love to
Alright.
pan over to the bottom side river. If we can just check the icons a little bit. there's a Kennen Viego.
Alright, the real
some
question
potential
is,
river action, probably a scuttle or 2 to claim for themselves. Small analysis still. There's a 2k gold lead. Skarner has been putting in a lot of work. There's also been a series of solo kills too. So yeah, there's a small lead coming on from Team Blank.
alright. Team Blank filling that lead up again. Kiana looks like a dominant pick once again with the early kills. Now with Duskblade. That longsword goes a long way into that rush. So getting a 10-minute, 9-minute mythic is quite strong.
Yeah,
Exchange for a slightly weaker early game.
yeah. I am going to. You're right with the double launcher start. We're finally back into it. Kiana just pushing out waves, but I really want to take a look at what's happening here. Nothing, just clearing vision. Maybe getting some fruits, just to deny or just to heal up. Let's take a look at the top lane.
Nasus with the stacking Nasus.
And there is a technical error. Hello, guys. Yo, what is going on? Alright, never mind.
All right, we're back. Let's see how many stack Nasus has. Nasus stacks?
Nasus stack.
Nasus stacks.
168.
168. Oh.
It's not a decent amount, but I don't think it's quite enough.
Oh, is there going to be a kidnap by the Cassante? Q3 into the ulti, perhaps?
I also do want to pay attention to the mid lane. There's stuff happening.
Oh, the Skarner ulti Viego, but Viego doesn't get hit. Looking for the Kiana, flashes the ulti, gets the kill on Viego.
That is so unfortunate.
Karma now being run down. This Skarner is strong. Has Tier 2 boots, has a Sheen. Looking for it. The Scorpion is there. Helping his friend.
Falling to the Karma, that empowered Karma is just so strong, but just not quite enough to take him out of the lane at the moment. Okay, Skarner gains Scuttle, but Nasus is just getting pushed into the Cassante. The tail is Odo's time. He's using the dog, just can't really do anything until he gets more items. Now we look over here. Maybe if
Vayne
it's
by
Vayne
himself,
or
looking for the. Oh, the Condemned just missing shortly. Looking for a
that
trade.
still might go over to Raph as a 1v1 now happens.
1v1.
Oh
not
no,
Q.
not the
Not
missed
his
Qs.
There's too many.
Every Aerozero's worst nightmare as a double
Not
kill,
enough.
solo double kill goes down to
Oh,
Fed Raph. So unfortunate, but a play was to be made. Now look, Vayne is 3-1. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's just take a look at some potential TPs. Just using the dog, ready to come back. But what we don't know.
I don't think this is gonna work out. He ghosts in.
He goes.
Vayne has a condemn.
He's way too strong. Oh no.
As a ghost, as Skarner's there with the kidnap.
It's not enough. It's not enough. Fed Raph is just going all so deep, and even the
Gonna get return a kill.
wide.
They're so low. Oh, Vayne looking for something. No mana. Viego is coming down. Milo gets a tumble. No Skarner ulti. No flash on Vayne.
All
We're
you
looking
need
for
is just
Vayne.
one on the Vayne.
Anything? Oh, they get
Nice.
one. They get.
the Skarner to shutdown.
Trying
Okay,
to
a shutdown
coming
is a
over.
shutdown. Unfortunately, just it does go into the support Karma, who, while is good with money, is not nearly as ideal with like Viego or Ezreal over here. But still, any shutdowns, any gold in our pockets is good to get out here. Move over. Karnex gain some additional spoils for a successful gank bot. And now we just have to take a look at mid. Unseen BM making her way downtown to the bottom lane. Potentially, if there's anything that spots her out, that control ward. Get very
Viego
scary.
stuck in a corner. Oh, the TP, but is Kiana stuck? Everyone just backs off TP, looking for that ulti. Gets a root off, gets the W.
Nice
Flash stun and
more, the kill?
Cuddy.
Oh my goodness, amazing. Karnex gets the kill.
Karnex
We're
trying to
very
crawl
happy.
his way back. Viego's able to steal Kiana, could be huge, into most of the resets as well. Oh, let's see.
Yeah, it also helps that like Kiana just happens to be the most fed member of the team. Maybe in the later fight, when something like that happens again, Viego possessing Kiana can just house.
Viego's
Yeah.
able to get Kiana's invis, which is crucial to letting him reset his cooldowns. Oh, a solo kill by Kennen on Skarner. Oh, and with the top lane, we got the kidnap. Nasus ulti's out. But there's so much damage coming from the Cassante. One more Q auto and does it.
Killing. It really felt like Ray from JP. Her HP just wasn't falling too much. The Omni Vamp coming from the
shields, the
Omni Vamp.
heals, the damage, the CC is just too much. Where's the copy pasta? Where's the 47,000?
HP. Oh no, I love Showmaker, guys.
All right, Kennen with with his first mythic coming in, Night Harvester. Oh, what a poke!
Okay, some nasty poke, but we also need to take a look at mid lane. Kiana's just pushing her advantage a little bit more, having Skarner drop the Herald for her.
Vigo coming in. First tower already gone, taken by Ray in the top lane. Ray has been a solid silent mountain on the top lane.
Honestly, just like a series of solo kills. At least from my knowledge, it doesn't really feel like a lot of my missed events so far in the series have just been coming from the top lane. But we all know, nothing really, all things considered, nothing too much happens in the top lane. Just an occasional solo kill or two.
But still, Ray 30 CS up first, towers, all 5 plates. Look like decisive victory dominance in the lane. Renasus is a growing doggo, getting that stack 1 by 1 or 3 by 3 in the top lane.
Stream in power and let him take over this game eventually. Also gotta hope that he just doesn't get kited out. I feel like it's so hard to get in on this
And
team,
we'll see
especially
that Cassante has been collapsed on by the Gnosis. Gets a kidnap though. And so close!
Not quite.
That's a flash. 2-3,
Cannon's
but
back
there's just
here.
too many people
Just
here.
running through.
And the drive by the cannon to secure that 550 gold.
Okay, not bad, not
Kiana
bad.
waiting.
Kill.
Spotted
Even if
out.
You do have people 1 for 1. Interesting down in the bottom lane. It feels like Ezreal was just able to walk up for free, even though Karma was not really with him the entire time. Either way though, we have Skarner just trying to take as much as he can from the enemies, not really allowing them.
Oh,
and
the flash
kidnapping.
ulti.
Kidnapping one more time. We give Skarner the kill as Ezreal tries to eat out to save his own little life, doing his best. Okay.
Oh, not good. Eating
Auto
3
attack
autos
versus
there.
Steel Shock. It's quite hard for Ezreal to come back.
A failed dive in the mid lane by Ken and Viego against Kiana results in flashes on both sides, unfortunately.
Okay. checking the
Oh, a
bottom
flash
lane.
condemn into a heal, gets one more. Oh no! It's
One
a
more.
disaster.
Spray.
But
Oh.
Skarner comes in with the smitation. Gets a little last hit on the kill.
Okay, but can Karma clean it up too? There's a small chance that if you can just sneak a little empowered Q, all to no avail. All of that pumped directly into the shield.
Milo with that healing, able to help Vayne sustain the matchup.
As they continue to take on the lead, there's now a 3k gold lead. Obviously, gold lead has not changed too much from when we last talked about it, but it's these incremental growths. It just snowballs out of control. Cassante is now in the bottom lane against Karma, who's just trying to push out this wave. And face checking
and
directly
face
into Ray
check.
from JP.
The kidnap, the cube W, and
Oh
the
my
kill.
goodness, that's my
What-
4700 HP champion, 329 armor, 201 magic resist champion, whose W resets when Cassante presses R. What a wonderful champion. I really love this Cassante guy. So much fun, so exciting to watch. Also quite annoying to play against, I can imagine. Cassante is now
Well,
gonna
Viego
walk
being caught out
champion.
now with the heart seal.
Okay. But Ezreal's very slippery, so let's just see if he gets caught. I don't really think anything will happen to this Ezreal from here on out.
Kennen also.
And now it's his turn to get caught out as he gets kidnapped, and he just goes down
It's
just
all
like
too
that.
bit late, but that's it. The Scar suppression being a strong tool, especially with his tier 2 boots and Trinity Force able to catch up to those slower members. We still only have tier 1 boots on both the jungle and the top laner for heavy, sweaty men.
Ezreal has to be careful about his positioning. Just one misstep, and even for Karma over here, up against the Karma, not really being able to protect Ezreal as Starter makes his way down. 1 versus 3. There they are. Last one. Skarner ready to posture for
Ready to
dive.
dive.
Before
Four
he
man in
dive.
the bot lane. Skarner looking for that.
Oh
A
no,
TP
it's
by
the
Nasus.
TP I think this TP just does not feel right, you know?
Oh, yoinked back by the suppression. Stunned again.
You got rooted, but it's not
But
enough.
they don't kill enough. Kennen's on the flank. Has almost waiting for his ulti cooldown. Has the ulti. Comes in. Gets Milo.
one.
Gets Big. Gets one. Gets two. What a comeback. TP by Cassante is in the middle of the team. Ezra 1v1ing Skarner on the side. Cassante killing Kennen in the background. Ezra
Kennen goes
dying
down,
to Skarner in the
unfortunately.
1v1. Diego on Kiana looking for that Heartsteel reset. Gets one. Cassante looking for two. Gets a Kona.
Okay, playing melee range. Okay, Karma, you gotta get out of the way.
Gets the Heartsteel. Looking for the W. Skarner coming back. But can Viego get the reset?
Nice.
Viego gets the reset. Holy, what a battle. Both TPs burnt on both sides, but there's a chase. Viego still looking for Skarner. Harmer backing his jungler up. And then the question is, who's gonna get the dragon?
Skarner. Oh no, you're way too
Skarner
close.
gets his ulti up again? What a cooldown. But there is just too many people here.
And this time it's Nasus' turn to do the damage. Tries to wither D'Amelio to no avail.
Still, the gold lead shifting slowly.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kane. Oh, Bane is back, cashing out the Viego, who's just trying to drop Rift Herald. And now I think they're just gonna get Dragon for free, as Viego is just a little bit too low to do with. And
Viego going for the smite steal. And then the cannon ulti back up. It's been so low. What a non-scrap of a fight.
What a double! Oh my goodness, there's just so much damage coming in from this cannon. He's quite lethal.
He is quite squishy with that glass cannon build, but once he gets in, he has had
Gets
two
in with his
nice
aura,
hits.
the 4-man stun, you know? Doesn't really matter at that point. Okay, we have Skarner skipping over the Viego. Maybe missed kill there, the lack of knowledge means Viego gets to live that.
Skarner started that fight with an ulti, and he ended that fight with an ulti. That's how long they've been fighting in that bot lane. Nasus TPing in response to the dive by Blank in response of TP from the Cassante into an all-out brawl.
Nasus, Kennen, they were all sacrificing their TPs just so they can get, just to turn the fight around. Honestly, it turned out really well for Team HSM over there.
Yeah, they got multiple shutdowns on the Bane, on the Skarner, on the Kiana, my apologies, and the Cassante. So, really well done. And the gold lead is only around 2.4k, so definitely overcomable. I like this lane swap more and more. Viego getting 2 items now. Getting those resets is going to be critical in team fights.
I agree. There's once they can secure their huge item spikes, the game gets a lot easier for all sides. But I think especially for champions like Nasus and Ezreal, they're just really gold reliant too. Okay. Cannot tell.
Nice
exactly.
red
Pretty
buff
sure it was
secured
the-
by Ezreal Viego.
got it.
Oh, the
And
flash
Ezreal gets
ulti by
kidnapped one more
Ezreal
time.
and kidnapped it.
Diana.
Oh, they're
Diana
opting
kidnapped
to
it.
take in a fight. Nos is also dead. What's going on? Vayne looking for a chase down. Watch the condemn.
Not quite there.
All right,
And not
Kennen
having-
wasn't
again,
there.
not Talking to TP. Unfortunately, just trying to toss him in the fight. I think even with a TP, it would have been very difficult to determine who would have won that fight. But definitely for sure, the lack of a TP means that Team
Flash
Blank-
ulti by Skarner is such a threat to these squishier members. Viego, Kennen, Ezreal, Karma. If they get flash ulted, they're most likely dead. They have no resistances. They have no QSS.
Yeah, no QSS yet. I don't even know if they'll ever try and build QSS, but you're right, the Flash R is just so potent. They might have to pay the QSS
Oh,
tag.
Viego
And
getting
one more
caught
time,
out.
We were talking about the QSS tag. Skarner comes in and just gets another one for fun. Exasperating their lead. We were talking about how there was only a 2.4 gold lead. Okay, but this time, Doggo trying to
Flash
come in
by
with
Kiana burnt. Get rid of that Kennen ult.
Sheesh. Yeah, we were talking about earlier how there's like a 2.4 gold lead for our team Blank, but now like the gold lead has changed to like over 6k. It's actually insane. These series of fights have just gone in the favor of team Blank so much. Same with the Baron on top too. So we just gotta see if there's anything Team HSM can respond with. Just go over to Sansa over here. Just trying to take the bottom side with the Baron minions too. Backed up by Tuition Fee and Blue-Fed Wrath. We're also just trying to take the roll.
3 items for both Kiana and Cassante, yet only 1 item for this Gnosis. This Gnosis hasn't set quite behind this game. Still looking to stack his way to victory, but can his teammate give him enough time?
And even without Cassante really being there, this is presence to the Baron minions means that the bottom tower, the bottom tier 2 falls. It's quite unfortunate Aerodongo just not having the range or the poke to really deal with that ranged cannon minion. That insanely far away cannon that's just dinking at the turret.
We're looking for class on Cassante.
A tuition fee.
Maybe on Milo first. Gets the flash, gets the ulti. Cassante by himself, but has the flash. Kennen
Aerodongo forces a terrible R.
The Kiana lands
not really
2.
hitting anyone.
Still living, but gets a reset.
Okay, we got Kiana cleaning up against the Karma. And Mad Key, oh my goodness, the Bane is just way too strong. Getting kidnapped too this time.
They need to get a reset somewhere for the Viego. Viego suppressed. TP too late by the cannon.
Oh,
And it looks like it might end for Heavy Sweaty Man. They have Baron. They have 4 kills. Can they end this? Just a little hamster standing in their way.
Yeah. No, it's just so hard for Kennen to do anything at this point. He doesn't even have Zhonya's hourglass to try, and Zhonya's R is just going full glass cannon. It's going to be very difficult for him to defend against this without any safety.
They are backing. Can they stop their backs?
Fed Raph. I don't know if collapsing on Who Fed Raph is the right play.
Garner has ulti upcoming soon. Has that Spirit Shogun for even extra long stuns. The CC machine is making these squishies' lives really painful to deal with. Oh.
Okay, we have the
Cannon ulti stun like Vayne, but still gets the kill, gets the kill on Vayne.
Get it on the. We have a lot of action going on Cassante, but we also have the Amelia now. Amelia falling to
Cassante
Viego.
by itself, looking for a kidnap anywhere. Gets stopped, looks for the kidnap over the wall against Gnosis.
Against Gnosis, and we
But
already know
Ezra
how
jumps
this
over,
goes.
looking to make it a 1v2.
One more time. Nice.
Oh,
Huge.
looks like we have a game on our hands.
We have a
Cassante.
comeback. There's a decent shot
dead.
now. After how that team fight turned out, the Cannon R really opened the way for Viego to just come in and steal Vayne once she dies. And now we're just trying to collect some CS, trying to collect the leftovers. From
Let's see the doggo stacks. Let's see it. Let's see.
it. You got
507. All right.
That sounds about pace, to be honest. The doggo is gonna be. quite a threat in
It's
future.
a bit behind. It's 400 at 20 minutes is standard pace, so they're a bit behind. But given the fact that they were set behind early, ooh, let's see. Level 14 versus level 17. We got the kidnap, but there's no one else there. It's just a 1v1, and the CC machine.
Oh
The
my
Zero Shojin.
What
It is
even
so much
is there?
CC. Viego could not play the game.
I saw Viego auto 2 times.
Oh, look at this! Look at this!
Another
Does he
three
take
there,
damage? No, he does not! He just does damage. He gets a stun, another damage, another stun. This little
Oh no, and
Scorpion
Cannon
just
not
has
gonna be
so
able to
much
do anything.
CC. Oh, just
Cannon
a
bot too.
little stun bot. So much damage. His
Wow,
cooldown
that is-
does not stop.
That is quite
What are his
unbelievable.
cooldowns? I want to see this man's cooldowns. What
Cooldowns?
is that man's cooldown? Oh
His
my
WQ
god,
is
1
just
second
karma.
Q! 1 second Q!
Ezreal just gets
There's
blown up.
nothing they can do! Oh, another kidnap! 30-second ulti! Holy, 5-second WNE! Yo, where's the coffee and pasta for the starters? Where's that coffee and pasta? 1 second stun! Oh, what a kidnap Viego cancel! But I think the game is over as they get the ace. Oh, and the base ended. A 3-0 sweep by Blank to secure the W.
What a rush. Holy.
What a game.
That is crazy. Yeah, no, that Skarner at the end. Wow, giving one Trickster champions is actually a lot more scary than I imagined. I never expected the Skarner to be this lethal when it comes down to it. And even with the unique Kennen pick, I think it was just way too much at the end of the day. But yeah,
All right. I think we have a chance to talk to
one of
the
the
man
people.
himself, the Skarner, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, how do we?
That's Jover.
All right, it's kind of hard to start over, but yo, welcome Artom.
Yeah,
We were just
hello.
talking a little bit beforehand. Artom with the clinic, his team is doing very well. Talking about Skarner, I'm so sorry. But yeah,
Ex-
no, it's like great to hear stuff like that.
What
Sorry,
was
go
your
ahead.
plan going into the games? What was your strategy? Obviously, don't
Okay.
leak anything, but what did you predict? Was there anything that the heavy sweaty mans did that you thought they would do, or anything unusual came up? Obviously, game 3 they had the lane swap. Did you guys predict that or not?
Honestly, there was nothing really unusual. But we had Ray, our drafting master, fucking figure out everything. I didn't have to think about a single thing. She told me which champ to play. I played it, and then we popped off.
All right, I heard that Ray Master Drafter in the top line playing well all 3 games. I think your team did a phenomenal job.
Yep.
So obviously the Scarter pick kind of not very often seen, any insight into that? Obviously being your one trick / main after all. Any insight into how the matchup played? Obviously you had great impact with those flash alties into Karma and Ezreal. So talk me through those processes.
Okay, so matchup didn't matter to me. I was gonna play Skarner either way. I was gonna pop off. Okay.
Wow,
It didn't matter. Damn, just
Matchup
pure
didn't matter.
confidence.
pure
Anyone-
confidence, yo.
And the flash ultis. Dude, the cogs were fucking going in my brain.
Euron's firing. Yeah, no, that's great. It sounds like you guys have a lot of synergy. Previously,
Yep.
what the stream miss was like you say you really like your teammates. It seems like you guys are just communicating a lot. Draft is going very clean.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing you guys like do very well in the future.
And we
And
will.
you guys think you're gonna sweep through winner side over here?
Hopefully.
Pardon?
Hopefully.
Hopefully not, bro. Where's the confidence, yo?
Okay. Yes. Yes. We will.
Yes. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Where's the
everyone.
confidence?
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
Drive everyone into the ground.
Okay,
That's it.
sure
Keep it split.
confidence.
Okay, we have Artom here, Team Blank, future potential split champion.
It's not team playing. It's just team.
It's just team. Oh my goodness!
This team.
First we
Damn.
call you guys Team Underscore, Team Blank, and now we can't even call you guys
Nope,
Team Blank.
Not allowed. You just got to do a pause. That's it.
It's team
Exactly.
team champions.
Okay.
All right.
That'll
Well-
be the future name. But yeah.
All right. Well, keep in mind in the future of team and their success or failure. Let's see who their opponent is going to be up there for their next game in the winner side of this playoffs.
I'm so excited.
But yeah. Anyways, I think that will be all. Thank you very much for putting on a lot of entertaining games. I thank you everyone for tuning in, and thank the Observer, casters, and our producers for putting on a show. And thank you very much for playing on stream, guys. It's a lot of fun to watch, a lot of fun to commentate over. Hope to see you guys in the
So
future.
very welcome.
Thank you,
Of course.
viewers, for tuning in as well.